killed here. As you can see, it seems as if the gas station might be opening back up. I'm going to have my back to the camera for just a second. We're going to walk up here and see exactly what we see. You can see a couple of cars here in the lot. The gas station, as far as the inside, looks pretty normal. I don't know if it's open yet or not. It is open for business. There's some people standing around here. Did you see or hear anything here? No, didn't see or hear anything. They said they didn't see or hear anything. There is a cop car right now getting onto I-55.
Sorry about that.
Okay, that's new information.
That someone was killed at that BP stash station, because that's South Parkway East at Bellevue, if I'm not mistaken. And the police just left that scene moments ago, and you saw, forgive the technical difficulties, more officers flying by that scene. All right, it is 9 o'clock, 9:01 to be exact, and it's our news time. Not going to go through the fancy graphics. We're just going to get you caught up because we've been on the air since just after 7 o'clock. Just after 6 o'clock, Memphis police tell us that a 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly walked into an AutoZone store on Jackson Avenue, opened the door, pulled the trigger. We know by talking to witnesses one man was hit there. We do not know that man's condition. He has since then been to at least 3 other sites and fired shots, maybe more. It's also my understanding, you just saw Daniel there at South Parkway East in Bellevue at that BP. We confirmed that one man there was killed by bullets, supposedly fired by Ezekiel Kelly, again, according to the Memphis Police Department. The Memphis Police Department also giving us the latest information just about 15 minutes ago, confirming this man's name, Ezekiel Kelly, 19 years old, last seen in a gray Toyota SUV. It's got an Arkansas license plate. We had told you that it was a red dealer tag, but we've since confirmed that this is the license plate of the car that man is driving. It's an Arkansas tag. A is in Alpha, E is in Echo, V is in Victor, 63, K is in Kilo. You see it right there, a gray Toyota SUV. Still no word on him being apprehended. The Delta Fair was temporarily shut down. They have since reopened, but AutoZone Park is still locked down at this moment, as is the University of Memphis campus, and so many businesses. I'm getting word, other text messages from people around saying that their businesses are on lockdown as well. Restaurants. Out of precaution. They're asking people to stay off the streets. Now, this is that scene. This is Madison, the 2100 block of Madison near Poplar.
Now, we do know that one person was obviously injured. We don't know if that injury is connected to Ezekiel Kelly. That's what we're still working to find out. We're working to gather that information right now. We have been talking to sources. We've been talking to our crews that are currently on the scene, trying to figure out what that connection is. Now, we also know, we actually just heard from Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson as well, who's at the BP gas station right there on East Parkway South. Now, this was new information that Daniel was able to confirm, that one person was killed at the gas station. That's new information for us. That's one of the things that we have been questioning all evening, if anyone was injured, if not worse. Daniel has now confirmed that. I believe that last video that you're seeing, this is more video. I believe this is on Madison McLean. Okay, this is the Madison McLean. As you can see, someone is now getting into an ambulance right now. That's one of the crime scenes that we have been talking about for the last 2 hours here on Fox 13. What we know, there are apparently 4 crime scenes across this city. 4. The AutoZone on Jackson, the BP gas station on East Parkway South, this one here, Madison and Poplar, right there near McLean, but also the University of Memphis, Southern and Patterson. Shots were fired there. In fact, the school was immediately put on lockdown. Students were told, student staff were all told, stay in place, shelter in place immediately. But this guy here, this is the guy police are looking for. He's 19 years old. His name is Ezekiel Kelly, armed and dangerous. We said it earlier. He was last seen in a gray, what we believe is a gray Toyota SUV with Arkansas tags, AEB 63K. AEB 63K. If you have seen this vehicle, if you have seen him, call police immediately.
He will be found.
He will be.
It's just a matter of time before he is found, and hopefully he is found before he can hurt anyone else. There, again, putting so little value on social media in times like this, there have been rumors floating around and pictures of police officers on the new bridge heading into West Memphis, that this man might have fled to West Memphis. Do not pay attention to those social media rumors. We've confirmed that right now they are not looking in West Memphis for this man. They are still looking for him in Memphis, in our area. So again, be careful what you see on social media, because all sorts of speculation, rumors, and quite frankly, a lot of garbage is floating around out there. We're only giving you what we get from the Memphis Police Department, and that's all confirmed information. We don't believe in conjecture without confirmation. So that's where we are at this time. Again, we have several reporters on scenes. They are still doing what they can to stay safe and stay out of the way. We've talked to several reporters throughout this evening, giving us updates. As a matter of fact, as you pointed out a moment ago, that last information that we got from Daniel Wilkerson there on South Parkway East at Bellevue. Is it Bellevue or Belvedere, Jesse? Forgive me.
Is it Bellevue?
It is Bellevue,
East Parkway
correct?
South, Bellevue?
Yes, at Bellevue.
Bellevue.
That BP gas station that we took you to a moment ago. We've got confirmation that one person was killed at that location. So now we're getting confirmation.
More information here. It's just coming in from our
executive producer that he was seen on I-55 heading into DeSoto County, but has since rerouted and turned back north, and was seen just a moment ago at 55 at State Line. Now this is coming straight from the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office. So again, that's confirmed information. So
he's turned around, and now apparently he is heading back into Memphis right now.
Yes, again, those rumors you saw over social media about him being in West Memphis and a large police chase over the bridge, again, false. So police are on this man's trail at this moment. If he was seen there, I can promise you that police are not far behind. And I hate to, this is speculation I will give. I don't think it will be long before they end this situation in one way or the other.
We can only hope, because his actions are bold and they are brazen. Our executive producer said that he was on I-55, and if he is heading back toward Memphis, that means he's going to come near the I-240 loop in the Elvis Presley area. Again, these shootings have been random all over our city this evening. We know that there are at least 4 different crime scenes right now that police
let's put up the map
are working.
Yep. And we know, along with these 4 scenes that we're going to point out on South Parkway East, Southern at Patterson, another near 240, that there was also, from what I understand from one of my sources, a carjacking that he got out of that blue Infiniti and wound up in that gray Toyota by taking it from someone else. Whether or not that person was hurt in that exchange, I don't know. I don't have confirmation, but apparently that was in the Evergreen area. And police have also been in that area, and a very strong presence just here in the past hour.
Now, we do know that this all started, Daryl, around the 6 o'clock hour, I believe. That's when the first call came in that there was a shooting at the AutoZone right there on Jackson. In fact, MPD also told us that he was Facebooking live his own actions as he walks toward, in the video, which we have seen, which we weren't going to show our viewers this video because it is disgusting and it's disturbing, but you see him literally open up the door to the AutoZone, and you see at least 2 shots are fired. You see his arm raised, 2 shots are fired.
And why? Police can't tell us.
It's unimaginable.
You can't tell us. We have no earthly idea. No. Just it's further proof that there is evil in this world. Yeah. And sometimes it's inescapable. But the MPD is working with, we've confirmed, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, and now also working with the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, because I'll repeat the information we gave you just barely 5 minutes ago, that he was last seen, according to the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, at State Line and I-55 headed back into Memphis. He had crossed, had gone down I-55 south, has now turned back and headed back into Memphis, last seen at State Line and I-55. Again, if you have loved ones out, and possibly they're out for not a very good reason, you might want to shuttle them home. You might want to urge them to get out of these areas and get off the road, just, again, as an abundance of caution, because when the Memphis Police Department tells everyone to shelter in place, when they tweet to everyone and say, please get off the roads, and they're not talking to one specific community, they're talking to a city. of more than 630,000 people. They're talking to a metropolitan area to get off the streets. Take that seriously and heed their words. This man is dangerous. Again,
we're talking about 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly. Again, this is what we know from our Fox 13 reporter, Kate Beery. A man was injured at the AutoZone on Jackson. She believes it had to do somewhere in his abdomen area. We're still working to get complete confirmation on that. Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson has also informed us that someone was shot at the BP gas station on East Parkway South. But there are also, we've been talking about this all evening, there are 4 different crime scene locations. One location, Fox 13's Lakia Scott is at. That is at Madison and Poplar, right there off of McLean. Lakia, can you give us an update tonight?
Daryl Darcy, still a very active scene here tonight. Multiple law enforcement agencies here, including the Tennessee State Troopers, all on the lookout for 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly. Let's take a look back here behind me. I'm here at Poplar and Auburndale. Again, they're on the lookout for Ezekiel Kelly. We're right on the edge of this intersection at the 1700 block of Poplar. Down the street here on this block, you can see a sea of blue lights. Several officers are covering this area on the lookout for that suspect. Now, what we're learning is that they are here in this area because he was in a different car initially, but now he supposedly carjacked a woman here earlier and shot her and then took off with her vehicle. And also, this just into our newsroom, he had driven to South Haven. Now, what we're being told by the Shelby County Sheriff's Office is that Ezekiel Kelly has now turned around from DeSoto County. Okay. He's now moving his way back.
Lakia, we're going to have to stop you for a second. We've got new information we need to pass along.
We're being told by MPD that Ivan and Hodge, this location right now, Ivan and Hodge, people are being told that live in this area, you need to shelter in place right now. Now, here's what we don't know. We don't know if the suspect is in this area right now, which is why police are giving that command right now to shelter in place. But again, it is Ivan and Hodge.
And that makes perfect sense. That's not far. It's only about 15 blocks off of I-55. Only about 15 blocks west of I-55. A few blocks, just to give you a couple of landmarks here. If you go to Rains, right there is, of course, is the Nike factory store, and continue on Range up to Ivan and Hodge. It's not far away. So Ivan and Hodge, that entire neighborhood, you are being asked to shelter in place. You probably see a huge number of police officers there right now. Pay attention to them. Please stay in your homes. Be safe. Do not be reactionary. It is not time to be out on the front porch and taking a look at what's going on. This guy is too dangerous. He's too random, and there's just no sense in chancing it just to get a glimpse of what might not be. So again, Ivan and Hodge are being asked to shelter in place, and again, that makes sense because we got that report just 2 minutes ago that he was at I-55 and State Line Road. You take one left off of I-55 onto Rains Road, and you're right there.
Yeah, this is near Levi Road and Neely Road. Again, we're talking about Ivan and Hodge. They have been told to shelter in place immediately right now. Yeah, we've said it before, he is armed and he is dangerous.
If you take a look at your screen, I just saw that we popped this up, Darcy. I'm sorry, was it?
This is a tweet from the Memphis Police Department.
You can see it right there, and they give you the pinpointed map of exactly where you need to shelter in place.
Again, this is near Levi Road and Neely Road.
All right, let's go to Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson. Daniel, I know you're still at East Parkway South. You're not far from that location we're talking about, but kind of catch us up to date on what you're seeing where you are now, because you saw, right before we lost your signal about 12 minutes ago, several police officers zooming past your location.
That is right. We saw several police officers getting right here on the interstate, rushing off toward the Mississippi area. You heard the anchors just tell you, Ivan and Hodge, if you're in that area, you're being told right now to shelter in place. I am at the BP station. If you're familiar with the area, it is right near South Parkway East and College Street, or South Parkway East and I-55, to make it a little bit more simple. This is where we understand, according to Memphis police, a man was shot and killed in the parking lot of the BP station. Now, I have a man here who does not want his face on camera, but he says that he saw it all. I'm going to have you come over here. You stand up next to my photographer here. Tell me what you saw and what you heard.
I heard 4 gunshots. I was sitting over there on a crate under that tree right there. And when I heard the 4 gunshots, I just kind of looked straight at this car right here. And when I looked at the car, I could see the dude sitting like he was holding the steering wheel. Then all of a sudden, he just slumped on over. And I thought to myself, I said, I know there ain't nobody shot him. Then the other dude in the other car, a short white dude with white hair, he gets out of his car, he's coming around the corner, he's talking on the phone, he's saying, they just
I'm gonna cut you off just a second. We do want to hear what you have to say. We're gonna go ahead and send it back to Daryl and Darcy, who have some breaking news.
Yeah, Daniel, we've got brand new information out of the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office. They're confirming to us, Darcy, that the reason they want everyone at the Ivan and Hodge location to shelter in place, again, here's the map. You see that red circle? If you live within that circle, you need to shelter in place because Darcy apparently, he carjacked another vehicle while in South Haven, came back north on I-55 and wrecked at this location.
They believe that it was a Dodge Challenger that he carjacked while he was in South Haven, came back up I-55, and right now, MPD is making it very clear, if you live near the area of Ivan and Hodge, you need to shelter in place. It is believed that's where the suspect, 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly, has wrecked his car, or he's injured in that place right there. That's where he is. He is at Ivan Road and Hodge Road. He is surrounded by police at this hour.
I mean, it's Wednesday night. Golden United Methodist Church is right there just a couple of blocks away. Graceland is less than a mile away. There's another church just to the northeast, less than a mile away. So all of those individuals, everybody in that radius that you see on your map at Ivan and Hodge, just off Rains, you should shelter in place because it's our understanding, again, for the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, that Ezekiel Kelly wrecked there at Ivan and Hodge, running from officers, and at last report, he is still in the vehicle. He's still in the vehicle. Now, I'll tell you this, we've got crews on the way to that scene, but they're not going to get anywhere near that scene while it's active. That's per our safety protocols. Not to mention the fact that Memphis Police and the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, they're not going to let us close to it anyway out of an abundance of caution. So we do have crews on the way there, but this is Ivan and Hodge. Oh, wait.
But another update is coming in. According to the DeSoto County PIO, they have arrested 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly. He has been arrested. He is currently in custody. Now, Daryl, you said earlier it wasn't going to take long. No. And it didn't.
I'm sorry.
3 hours.
Animals don't like this. Animals like this are eventually caged for all the right reasons. They're a menace to all of us. There is no one safe from a person like this because clearly he did not care who he was aiming at. He was just aiming, and God only knows why.
Again,
God help. God only knows why.
Again,
God help those families that are affected tonight on this Wednesday night.
Heartbreak. Again, coming in from the DeSoto County Sheriff's PIO, this 19-year-old right here, Ezekiel Kelly, he has been arrested. He is right now in police custody. This all ended at the intersection of Ivan and Hodge tonight.